Hey, how's it going, everyone? Hope everybody's doing good and having a great day. Definitely been looking into this Deebo Samuel situation, and if you really take a deep dive into it, you realize that all the people that say Deebo is being selfish and that the Niners should trade him and he's being a diva. It's really not the case at all. What this really comes down to is miscommunication. Miscommunication between Parag Marathe, John Lynch, and Kyle Shanahan. There should have been a line of communication open, letting the two of them know that using him as a running back was definitely going to affect his contract negotiations and what the Niners value him at, mainly Parag Marathe. And if you look at it through the eyes of Deebo, I mean, Deebo was asked to do not one, but two jobs, right? And he was asked to be a team player and do what was best for the 49ers, and he did it, and he didn't complain. Now it comes time to pay him, and the Niners want to lowball him. And they essentially want to pay him as a running back and not a wide receiver or some sort of hybrid in between. So if you're Deebo Samuel, why would you all of a sudden, or why would you, toe the company line and do whatever is asked of you on the team if they're not going to compensate you for it? It's like anybody at any job who's asked to do their job and someone else's, but never get a raise or never get compensated for it. Why would you go into work with a good attitude if you know you're not going to be compensated for the hard work that you put in? And that's really what it comes down to. Who knows if this thing is able to be solved, if this is a relationship that can be repaired. But either the Niners are going to stand pat on where they stand in the financial part of it, namely, again, Parag Marathe, or the Niners are going to have to pay him what he's worth or trade him. And it's a bad look if they trade him, because you don't trade your best players regardless of what you think you could get in return as far as draft picks, because draft picks are never a sure thing and they're never a concrete solution. Because yeah, Deebo's a great player, or the draft picks could be great players, but they never are going to give you exactly what Deebo Samuel gives you. There's no guarantee that's going to happen. So Deebo is in his right to be upset, because he's done more and above for this franchise, especially last year. And now when it comes time for him to get paid, they don't want to compensate him for it. And so if he can go to an organization that will compensate him for it and pay him what he rightly deserves, then I understand why he wants to go. Hopefully clearer heads prevail and the Niners can find a way to pay him, and then all this will be, just water under the bridge. But this upcoming week towards the draft is going to really tell all of us exactly what the 49ers are all about and where they value Deebo Samuel. They're either going to pay him and find a way to keep him, or he's no longer going to be a 49er. And I think trading him away would be a huge mistake, because whatever you get in return, there's no guarantee that it's going to be as good or as valuable and as, great of a team player and leader that Deebo Samuel is. So, yeah, I don't blame Deebo whatsoever. If anything, I completely side with him. So a lot of people think he's a diva. A lot of people think he's being selfish, but all he's doing is trying to get paid for the job that he does, and the fact that he's doing more than one job and not being compensated correctly for it, I understand completely. Niners should have been way more open with all parties and saying, hey, this is going to affect contract negotiations. Maybe Kyle stops using him as a running back if that's the case. So thought I'd share that with you guys. It's just my opinion, but that's how I think this whole situation is really going right now. If anything else drops, I'll let you guys know. But until then, guys, take care, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys on the other end.